Solana either did one or two things for you in the last bull run. Solana either got you rich or it made you hate cryptocurrency with a passion because you were holding for $300, $400. I know that story quite a lot. So in this video, I want to give some realistic action of what I think Solana's true potential could be, really with price predictions, really with the kind of network uses. I'm seeing a lot of people use this for DeFi, and we're definitely utilizing that for our main bags and a lot of other side projects underneath Solana. But I think there's good points and there's also some bad points. So I wrote this down very briefly. So sorry if I'm looking at my MacBook in front just to keep me on track here. But here's what we know about Solana. Solana in the last bull run hit about $250. Now, that was great if you were getting in cheap. Sub $1, I know people got in. $10, $20, $30, heck, even $50 would have got you a nice 5x. But the main problem came was everybody got super hot. Bitcoin was going to 100k, Ethereum was going to 10k, and Solana, theoretically, would probably have went to $750 by then. Bear market came, a lot of people wrecked. We learned a lot of lessons and we move on, right? Market cap right now is $69 billion. And in the previous run, the market cap was actually pretty much 75 billion because I believe more coins have came in circulation. You get the kind of gist there. So let's go over the good points and then we'll go over the price prediction. Again, with any price predictions, take it with a grain of salt, guys. I don't want to be that YouTuber that's saying it has to go to $1,000, but I broke it down what I think is realistic, bear case scenario, realistic, and a super bull case if Bitcoin really starts to rip towards 150k. Solana is for sure going to do absolutely well. So good points. This is a safe play. I really want you guys. Well, I don't want you guys to do this. You obviously take your own piece of advice here. But if I was you, and this is what I'm personally doing, in the last bull run, I got theoretically rich, although I didn't realize the gains of Ethereum, right? You could have bought Ethereum, sub $300, $400, $500 when I was buying it, and I came in heavy. The problem with Ethereum right now is it's what, 2.5k? Unless you are super rich or have a lot of income, or maybe you sold a house and you're lucky enough to do that, you can invest in Bitcoin and Ethereum. But now, to invest in Ethereum as a small investor, it will do you well, right? You'll make money, which is nothing wrong with that. But I'm sure we'll all agree Ethereum is not going to be the best return on value. It's great return on value, and this is the problem with cryptocurrency. We all want 10, 20, 30x's. That seems to be base case scenario now. There's nothing wrong with a 5x, bro. I'll tell you that right now. But anyways, Ethereum is not going to give you the returns you want. Let's just be transparent. If you want to play, and this is what I would do, and this is what I'm personally doing, Solana is becoming my bull run bag for Ethereum. E.g., we know it's going to be around. It stood the test of time with the FTX crash. It came and just proved everybody wrong. I would use Solana as your Ethereum bag in the last bull run. E.g., if you're brand new in cryptocurrency, you don't know where to start, sure, buy some Bitcoin, buy some Ethereum, but Solana, use that to fuel the bags. If you want to play a safe run. Now, if you want to be a degenerate, obviously ignore Solana because Solana is obviously not going to 10k. And if you really genuinely want 100x returns, good luck, but then you wouldn't invest in Solana. So what I'm really saying is, even right now at Solana at $148, still got a lot of potential to run, man. A lot of potential. And this will run more than Bitcoin, Ethereum because of the market cap, right? Money will flow to Bitcoin, it'll flow to Ethereum, and then it should start trickling down, that's what we're seeing right now, into your bigger cap coin. So that's a good point number one. Number two is it's proved the haters wrong. The FTX crash, when that happened, and the Celsius crash, if you go back, I'm just looking at the charts right now, you could have bought this thing sub $10 pretty much 1st of January 2023. This thing was under $10. Did you buy it? Probably not, because you were scared. Me too, but I bought a decent chunk around about $20 again. Anyways, it stood the test of time. It has had its glitches. It has went down. The networks have went down. But if you look at the website, of course you can't see the website, but there's 29.7 million fee paying accounts all time. There's 340 million NFTs, and the median fee per transaction is 0.00064. Meaning, when you want to come and swap this, or when people are using the network, it does what it said in the tin. The problem with Ethereum, to even swap this coin on the Ethereum network, is very costly, and it's going to be very costly in this next bull run, which is great for Ethereum holders, but bad if you're buying Ethereum coins, etc. Maybe you buy a meme coin, maybe you buy just some smaller cap coins on Ethereum. What you'll come to realize in the bull run when you plan to sell these coins, you're going to be like, fuck's sake, cryptocurrencies are I'm getting robbed here on the fees. That's just the game. Unless Ethereum can fix that, That's what we've seen in the last bull run, and that's what we're even seeing right now. Now, number 3, fast and scalable. A lot of good returns to make on this. Blah, blah, blah. You get the point. Now the bad points. We're not just here to talk about good points, because if that was the case, I would just show you Solana. Let's be honest. It has some bad points. The bad points, it's not really a bad point, it's what I said at the start. Is it going to give you the returns you desire? If you're an investor of $10,000 and below, a lot of people are in that category. It's a great category to be in. It means you're starting in the game. Nothing wrong with that. But if you're looking for a portfolio value, I don't know, of 200K plus, 100K plus even, will Solana get you there? It might give you the 10x, but you'd have to ride Solana to 1.5K. In my personal opinion, knowing what I learned from the last bull run, that is a very risky game to play, because you are going to have to be so cute with your exit strategy. And what you might typically find is, let's just say Solana does super, super well, Bitcoin goes crazy, and let's say you run this up to 80, 90K, you're sitting at an 8x or so. You might be so close to selling, you might be so close to realizing those gains and making an F ton of money, but you might ride it all the way down because you're waiting for those high returns on a coin that already has a high market cap. That's just, it's not really a bad point, but if you're looking for gains, Solana might not give you the gains you desire. And that's absolutely fine. You can go into the Solana ecosystem and you can choose to invest in other coins. That's why you should invest or build a diversified portfolio. But that's something you need to know. And number 2, will it go down like it has in the past? Okay. We've all seen the outages on Solana. I think it happened 3 or 4 times in the last bear market. Outages, like people couldn't swap, the website was down. And, even me, I use the Phantom network quite a lot. I don't want to get too technical here, but when I've tried to swap to some coins, it's failed a lot of times. That can be scary for some people if you're trying to take profits and the network is getting congested, meaning you're trying to sell. Fees are super cheap, fantastic. But if a lot of people are using this, what I've seen in the past and personal experience is it might take 3 or 4 hours to even do a swap. So although they're very cheap, you might be sitting there trying to cash out and you might be like, fuck, you're pressing that refresh button, you're pressing that swap button, and you might be panicking, right? Because, if you want to sell Solana coins or even Solana itself on that ecosystem, what I personally noticed, and we're going to see this in the bull market when people are trying to cash out because more people are going to be using it. Now, yes, they plan to fix this, they are fixing it. But if they don't get that, 100% swap ratio, it can be very scary if you're trying to cash out. It's just something to discover or something to, talk about. Now let's talk about price predictions. I don't really like doing this, but it's something that I think should be covered. Bear case scenario. I think even at a bear case scenario, of course, worst case scenario, the thing goes to 0, but there's no point talking about that because you could say that about any cryptocurrency coin. If Solana goes to 0, like genuinely dead ass, a lot of altcoins are just going to struggle. Let's be honest. Bear case scenario, I think worst case, of course, minding the 0, is I do think we hit $280. I think it should surpass its previous all-time high. A worst case scenario gets to $280, so about $30 higher than this run. I think we should beat that though. That's like dumpster, really should be beating that. Safe case, I look at $300 to $500, and that's when you have to ask yourself about $150 if you were buying today or you plan to do a DCA strategy. That would be about maybe a 3 to 3.5x. And that's when you have to ask yourself, if you got 3K and you want to hit 100K, Solana isn't going to get you there. The safe case. Now, best case scenario, now obviously best case is it just fucking goes to like $10,000. But we're trying to be realists on this channel. We're not trying to just promote that because that can get a lot of people wrecked. And that's what happened to me and other people that were brand new in cryptocurrency in the last bull run. They were holding for 100K Bitcoin, 10K Ethereum. And obviously it didn't happen. And we learned that the hard way. So bull case, it's going to be very wide. I think $500 should be so easy. Like if Bitcoin really rips to 150K, 125K, Solana's going to smash $500. Does it pass the 1K though? I think a lot of people are going to be holding off for like 100K Bitcoin, 9 or 10K Ethereum. And you should always try and sell, in my opinion, before whole numbers. So if you're looking at selling Solana at 1K, maybe just sell it 950, 920. That's good enough. You can leave a little bit on the side to scale up, harder than that, but at least realize some profits. I think anything more than 1K, you're pushing it. And being real, you're being just really irresponsible. If you're really holding for that 1.5K Solana, if that's where you're going to first take your 20% profits, I think that's very irresponsible, right? It's kind of like moon boy math. You're just going to have to look at the market cap and it's going to be way high, right? What is that going to be? A 10x on Solana right now would be 700 billion, give or take. So a 15x, would that be over $1 trillion? I don't know, somebody correct me in the comments. It's going to be close to $1 trillion at those prices. Can I see Solana at $1 trillion market cap? I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I think you should be happy with a 10x on this. If Solana can do a 10x at 1.4k, that's going to be fucking good enough. But even holding for that, let's start scaling out of 400 billion, 500 billion, that kind of $600, $700 mark. If the maths are correct, probably not. There's always some guy in the comments going, well, you got it slightly wrong. It doesn't really matter. The point is, Solana is a great coin. It's a great coin for people getting started. And I really would, the best piece of advice is just treat this as your Ethereum bag, like we did in the last bull run. That's really all I can say. I'd love to know your thoughts on Solana. Peace and take care.